Meaningwave. Have you made your ancestors' sacrifice worthwhile today?
What?
Akira.
Impeccable.
A lot of people say, oh, I just want to they're kind of dabbling in the idea of improving themselves. And the real way to do it is you got to write down what the fuck you want and then go after it. You are in the part of the movie that starts and it shows you as a fucking loser. Just decide not to be a loser anymore.
Just decide not to be a loser anymore.
Duh.
Live your life like there's a documentary crew following you around and you are analyzing your own behavior. Do what you would want to do so that your kids one day would look back at it and see that documentary and look on it with pride, like, wow.
Wow.
My dad was a bad motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
My dad was a bad motherfucker. He really did what he had to do. Wow, my mom really got her shit together.
Wow.
Those are my favorite stories.
Wow.
I love a success story, but even more than a success story, I like a dude who fucks his life up and then gets it back together again story.
Let's go.
Those are my favorite stories. Those are my favorite stories. Like, wow, my dad was a bad motherfucker. Those are my favorite stories. I love a success story, but even more than a success story, I like a dude who fucks his life up and then gets it back together again story. And the way to do that, you gotta write shit down. You gotta think that you are the hero in your own fucking movie, and then you gotta sit down and you gotta write shit down. Write down what you need to do.
Most people play the role of the victim in the movie.
Sure, yeah, this life is fucking me over, man. I could have had this and I should have had that. And why does this guy get that? And why does that guy get this? All things that are completely unrelated to you. All things that you find other people's success is a downfall in your own existence. Instead of being inspired and choosing to be positive, trying to achieve whatever the fuck you have written down, you just sit around and spiral.
Yes.
Those are my favorite stories. Those are my favorite stories. Like, wow, my dad was a bad motherfucker.
Okay.
Those are my favorite stories. I love a success story,
but even more
than a success story, I like a dude who fucks his life up and then gets it back together again story. There's nothing more miserable than sitting around someone who's fucking complaining all the time. It is one of the most annoying things ever. Everybody hates it. When someone just sits around and they complain about their life and they don't do jack shit about it. And you tiptoe around it, you don't know what to say. Well, she gets upset when you bring that up. I don't want to bring that up. And you want to go, you fucking crazy bitch, you know what's wrong with your life. Stop announcing it to everybody else and go out and fix that shit. Fix that shit. Fix that shit. Bitch, you know what's wrong with your life. Stop announcing it to everybody else and go out and fix that shit. My dad was a bad motherfucker. He really did what he had to do. Wow, my mom really got her shit together.
Wow.
Those are my favorite stories.
Wow.
I love a success story, but even more than a success story, I like a dude who fucks his life up and then gets it back together again story. Those are my favorite stories. Those are my favorite stories. Like, wow, my dad was a bad motherfucker. Those are my favorite stories. I love a success story, but even more than a success story, I like a dude who fucks his life up and then gets it back together again story.
That's right. That's right. Wow, 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 wow. That's right. That's right, that's right. Kicking things off in the correct fashion. That one's for Des. Renan. It's actually for Dez's dad. Says this is for my dad who's in poor health, who worked hard all his life. And my mother, who's lost tons of weight. Love to you and your family. Thank you for all that you do. Love to you and your family. Thank you for kicking off the Super Request Show. Meaningwave Super Request Show.
Meaningwave.
Yeah. Right here. Last time we did a Super Request Show was like 2 months ago. And this song got requested, I believe it was 3 times, possibly 4. Maybe more. And this time we kicked off with it. How about that? This ain't nice, I don't know what it is. How you all doing out there? Bienvenidos, welcome. I only have one wrist thing. I could only find one in my rush to get down here. Thank you for your patience, those who are locked in live. We started, 4 minutes late? I was streaming to Twitch. I didn't even know. Because the last stream I did was to Twitch. That's the confusion. That's the problem with all that streaming different places thing. It just adds all this confusion. Anyway, we're here now and that's what matters. Hey look, it's Philip Irwin, says thanks for the dope tunes. Thank you, Philip Irwin, for being here. Shouts out to you. Make your ancestors proud, let's go. Operation Make Ancestors Proud. Hey. Hello, Julia. Hello, Fool Killer. Hello, Shane. Cedric says JC Lionheart, Chad. Shirky. Jason Eves in the house, he's got a wrench. If you have any questions, do address them in that direction. Nightbot commands have all disappeared, I don't know why. I say all, there is 6 left. I don't know, so if you're typing in Nightbot commands and it doesn't do anything, it's not because Nightbot is being lazy and weird, it's because his commands have disappeared on the back end, I don't know why. If you were here for the Twitch stream on Friday, Nightbot went crazy and banned everybody, it was great. Hello Tahani. Says, oh my god, just in time indeed. Tom Laundry's in the house, doing that thing with the emojis. Breathwork with Beth is in the house, is catching a live. Finally, finally! Finally, Beth is here. Breathwork with Beth is here. Everything's gonna be okay. Chris Dubendorf is here as well. Laidlaw is here. Rara Mox is here. There are more people in the chat than listed on the numbers of people watching. It's a miracle. Shouts out to everybody locked in live. Headbutt the like, drop the link in a group chat or something. It's the Meaningwave Live Super Request Show. Super chat your request to get it played by the very Don himself. No counterfeits. No. The very Don himself.
Expression for nature. What happens by itself, what isn't pushed, but it just pops up, you see? You came into being, you know? It happens in a kind of a plop way like that, see? Now, you can't tell that process. You ought to happen. Because that puts a bind on it in the same way as when you have a child and all the relatives that come to a party on Thanksgiving, the child into the middle of all the relatives, and say, now dear, play. Now dear, play. Whoa! Now dear, play. Play on demand, play on demand, play on demand, play. Say now dear, play. Now dear, play. Play on demand, play on demand, play on demand. It absolutely bugs the child to do it like that. And so this is the problem for every artist. Because an artist is a man who makes his living by playing. Whether he's dancing, painting, or playing music, or whatever it is. And he has to overcome this problem. He has to know how to play in public at a given time on an appointment. See? And that's not an easy thing to learn. But when you catch on to the trick of it, you can do it. To play on demand. That's the hardest lesson of life. To contrive Meaningwave, what is called by my Japanese artist friend Saburo Hasegawa a controlled accident. Now dear, play. Now dear, play. Play on demand, play on demand, play on demand, play. Say now dear, play. Now dear, play. Play on demand, play on demand, play on demand, play. Now dear, play. Now dear, play. Play on demand, play on demand, play on demand, play. Say now dear, play. Now dear, play. Play on demand, play on demand, play on demand, play.
Boom! Play on demand with Alan Watts. I was chosen by Amanda Dances out in Kansas. That's my favorite play on demand. Please. Por favor. Boom! Free consciousness. This one's going out to you. STOPDRIFTIG.
Stop drifting from the path. You never gotta read the notebooks or about that.
Yeah, yeah.
You Romans and Greeks, you just forget about that. Second picture be saving for our age, cause you again. Sprint for the finish. Right out your idle jokes. And if you care, it's over for yourself.
Be around, save you while you still can.
They don't realize how much is included in stealing, selling, buying, resting, seeing some business, not with the eyes, but with another kind of size.
Yeah.
They don't realize how much is included in stealing, selling, buying, resting, seeing some business, not with the eyes, but with another kind of size. So subjective from the clock, you never gotta read the notebooks or about the acts and ancient Romans and Greeks, and just forget about that. Second picture be saving for our age, cause you again. Sprint for the finish, right out of your idle hopes. And if you care, it's over for yourself.
Be around, save you while you still can. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nightbot, you're on crack. That sale is over.
If you care, it's over for yourself then. Be around, save you while you still can. If you care, it's over for yourself then. Be around, save you while you still can.
Yeah.
If you care, it's over for yourself then. Be around, save you while you still can. If you care, it's over for yourself then. Be around, save you while you still can.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
From the clock, you never gotta read the notebooks or about acts of ancient Romans and Greeks, and just forget about that. Second picture be saving for our age, cause you are getting to that.
Spread.
For the finish, right up your idle hopes. And if you care, it's over for yourself.
If you care, it's over for yourself. Be around, save you while you still can. That's right, that's right. One, two, three, four. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Stop drifting. That one went out to Free Consciousness, I do believe. Banger. Haven't heard that for ages. From the Marcus Aurelius Meditations Volume 2 LP. CDs, vinyl, etc. is shipping right now. Maybe you got one on your doorstep. How nice. Ah, look, his wife. What you doing here, wife? Oh, praise Jesus. Dankeschön. Oh, God! I got back from CrossFit and there was no water in the house. So I couldn't, have a smoothie. And I couldn't drink any water, and it was one of those nuclear CrossFit sessions. It's so hot right now. Went so very, very, very hard. All that. Anyway, wifey just appeared with water. We got water again. Oh my goodness. You really appreciate water when you haven't had it for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's because I think that's the most optimistic method you can think of every day. So I wanted to remind myself that every morning when I woke up. The reason why I got everything's a scam in a neon sign in my apartment is because I think that's the most optimistic method you can think of every day. So I wanted to remind myself that every morning when I woke up.
And the reason why I think it's optimistic is that you see all these different problems, right? All these things in the world. And you're like, well, I don't understand that thing. I don't understand.
In my case,
longevity research and science and hard work. I don't understand any of these things in a deeply technical way. I want to affect them. A lot of the reasons why people don't go into different fields is they think, well, there's this kind of expert status around this field, which means I can't ever infiltrate it. And the thing that I want to remember every day is that expertise is a scam.
Expertise is a scam.
It's like a power hierarchy that's been created within an industry to prevent other people from being able to go and get into it. Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Academia is a scam. Venture capital is a scam.
Scam.
Everything's a fucking scam.
Big scam.
But if you realize that, then you can do anything.
Good gosh. Good gosh, JC Lionheart. For $10. Says everything's a scam, please. I took a summer vacation, drove New Jersey to San Diego. I'm back with Meaningwave the whole way. My wife got to hear more than she usually does. And this was her favorite. Girls do like this one. I mean, it does have a girl on it. Who would have thunk it? Shouts out to girls. Girls are great. Shouts out to JC the Lionheart. Scam!
Why I think remembering everything is a scam is important is that it boosts your self-efficacy to remind yourself that if everything's a scam, then if you have high integrity and you want to go solve a problem, it's probably the case that it'll take you pretty far. More far than trying to play a traditional game, which is a scam.
Scam. Yeah, look, I got a protein shake.
So, to me,
magic of cinema
is not a negative thing. It's a
magic of cinema. I got a protein shake.
Any game you want to play, just go play it. It's just a fucking game. Any game you want to play.
Thank you, darling.
It's just a fucking game. Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Academia is a scam. Venture capital is a scam. Everything's a fucking scam. Right? But if you realize that, then you can...
Anything!
Any game you want to play, just go play it. Any game you want to play, just go play it. Any game you want to play, just go play it. It's just a fucking game. Any game you want to play, just go play it. Any game you want to play, just go play it. Any game you want to play, just go play it. It's just a fucking game.
Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Academia is a scam. Venture capital is a scam. Everything's a fucking scam. Right? But if you realize that, then you can do anything.
Anything?
Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Everything's a scam. Academia is a scam. Venture capital is a scam. Everything's a fucking scam. Right? But if you realize that, then you can do anything.
Then you can do anything.
What can I do?
You can do anything.
Well, what can I do?
You can do anything.
Okay, yes. We are bored. We're all bored now. But has it ever occurred to you the process that creates this boredom that we see in the world now may very well be a self-perpetuating, unconscious form of brainwashing created by a world totalitarian government based on money? And that all of this is much more dangerous than one thinks? it's not just a question of individual survival, but that somebody who's bored is asleep, and somebody who's asleep will not say no. See, I keep meeting these people. I mean, just a few days ago, I met this man whom I greatly admire. He's a Swedish physicist, and he told me that he no longer watches television, he doesn't read newspapers, and he doesn't read magazines. He's completely cut them out of his life because he really does feel that we're living in some kind of Orwellian nightmare now, and that everything that you hear now contributes to turning you into a robot. When I was at Findhorn, I met this extraordinary English tree expert who had devoted his life to saving trees. 84 years old, he always travels with a backpack. He never knows where he's going to be tomorrow. When I met him at Findhorn, he said to me, "Where are you from?" And I said, "New York." He said, "New York, yes, that's a very interesting place. Do you know a lot of New Yorkers who keep talking about the fact that they want to leave but never do?" And I said, "Oh, yes." And he said, "Why do you think they don't leave?" I gave him different banal views. He said, "Oh, I don't think it's that way at all." He said, "I think that New York is the new model for the new concentration camp, where the camp has been built by the inmates themselves, and the inmates are the guards, and they have this pride in this thing they built. They built their own prison. And so they exist in a state of schizophrenia, where they are both guards and prisoners, and as a result, they no longer have, having been lobotomized, the capacity to leave the prison they've made, or to even see it as a prison." And then he went into his pocket and he took out a seed for a tree, and he said, "This is a pine tree." Put it in my hand, and he said, "Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. We should get out. Get out of here. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. This is the beginning of the rest of the future now. Escape before it's too late." See, actually, for 2 or 3 years now, Chiquita and I have had this very unpleasant feeling that we really should get out. Do we really feel like Jews in Germany in the late 30s? Get out of here. Of course, the problem is where to go, because it seems quite obvious that the whole world is going in the same direction. See, I think it's quite possible that the 1960s represented the last burst of the human being before he was extinguished, and that this is the beginning of the rest of the future now, that from now on there'll simply be all these robots walking around, feeling nothing, thinking nothing, and there'll be nobody left almost to remind them that there once was a species called a human being with feelings and thoughts, and that history and memory are right now being erased, and soon nobody will really remember that life existed on the planet. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. We should get out. Get out of here. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. This is the beginning of the rest of the future now. Escape before it's too late.
Good gosh. 2024 Meaningwave Classic. Walking World Poet chose that. Escape before it's too late. Big year for Meaningwave 2024. So many classics so far, so many yet to come. So many. Shouts out Bradley, says, "I just want to hear you say you the best." Well, dreams come true. You heard it. How's everyone feeling out there? Meaningwave Live. Breathwork with Bev says, "Built the prison or admitted ourselves, mostly both." Busy. Incidentally, I started work on the spiritual successors to that track on the weekend. Some of you might be able to guess what it is. Some of you might not. None of you have any clue what it sounds like. Unless you were hiding in the back of the studio while I was making it. What's cracking with you? How are you doing anyway? How is your new week? Says Sheila says, bless your man's family, man's friends. Love, actually. Exactly. Walking more poet. Says that movie, My Dinner with Andre, straight up changed my life. It's banger. I saw a homeboy from My Dinner with Andre in, what movie was it the other day? He had like a tiny role. Demolition Man. He was in Demolition Man. As in homie who's doing the talking. He was in Demolition Man. He's like helping in the cryogenic chamber. He's one of the scientists in the cryogenic chamber, and he gets killed by Wesley Snipes in a kind of unceremonious fashion. It's like, what the fuck? How could you? Grand Delay says, love these mass streams. I listen to the recordings the day after during my runs. I still do the international high five. Sure can't stop me. Many such cases of international high fiving after the fact. That's why we always say across space, across time. Grand Delay Superchat won't work. Have you been barred? How could they? How could they deny Grand Delay Superchat? That's disgusting. If you don't mind, I think I'm going to sneeze. Gracias. Salud. Escape before it's too late. Free consciousness. Loving the hype for the gym. Who's gonna carry
Akira.
them boats?
Take 10 seconds to get it again, beast. Get it, David, come on.
Shema.
Take 10 seconds to get it again, beast. Get it, David, come on. Come on. Take 10 seconds to get it again, beast. Get it, David, come on. Take 10 seconds to get it again, beast. Get it, David, come on. Get it, David, come on. Ah, there you go. There you go. Energy. Now, 7, 8, 9, 10. A machine here. There you go. Nobody works like David in this house.
Nobody.
13, come on, 14, come on, 15, come on, cut that muscle down, 16, 17, come on,
Go.
who's gonna carry the boats and the logs? Oh, no, we son, who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
Goggins emojis in the chat. Let's go.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
They don't know he's got.
They don't know me, son. Get it, 18. They don't know me, son. Get it. 19. They don't know me, son. Yeah. 20, you got some more. 21. Get it again. I want to see it. That's you, buddy. Come on. 23. 24.
One more.
Come on.
One more.
Come on. Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs? gonna carry the post?
That's you, buddy.
Who's gonna carry the post?
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
Who's gonna carry the post?
In the vault. You did it. You did it.
Who's gonna carry the post? In the vault. They don't know me, son. Who's gonna carry the post? In the vault. They don't know me, son. Who's gonna carry the post? In the vault. They don't know me, son. Who's gonna carry the post? In the vault. They don't know me, son. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. They don't know me, son. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. They don't know me, son. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. They don't know me, son.
Amazing. Amazing. Who's gonna carry the boats? They don't know me, son. First single from Goggins 2, which is out now on all platforms. I do believe that is the #1 song in the Meaningwave universe right now. The Meaningwave Top 50, of course, will drop. What's the date now? It's the end of July, isn't it? How many days in July? 30 days have September, April, June, and November. All the rest have got 31. That means tomorrow is July 31st, which means that the day after that will be the new Top 50. And I'm pretty sure Who's Gonna Carry the Boats is going to be #1. Certainly, I can see the Spotify data in front of me right now. And Who's Gonna Carry the Boats and the Lugs is like 20,000 streams ahead of the nearest competition in the past 28 days. That song is really resonating with people. People like songs about carrying boats. But looking in the past 24 hours, now let's have a look in the past week in my Spotify data. In the past week, oh my goodness. I thought it was going to be truth, but it's not truth yet. Yeah, in the past week, Who's Going to Carry the Boats is a good 4,000 ahead of the closest track. Truth's only been out a few days, of course. Ooh. Shouts out to everyone who's enjoying that new Meaningwave music. The Goggins instrumentals will be dropping this week. Then next week we got a brand new single. Then the week after that it's going to be the first single from the next album. Ain't no fucking around here. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Ooh. Big Bear Wolf says, I'm so light, ha ha ha. Only 175 pounds right now. We're almost the same. Except I lost a bit of weight and I was 168 this morning. But I'm averaging around 170 right now. I'm looking forward to, I'm going to bulk in the winter, I've decided. I'm going to go crazy in the winter on the getting large. This next one goes out to Space Panda 229. Make some noise for Joseph Campbell.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Jung had a patient come to him who felt alone. And she drew a picture of herself as caught in the rocks.
Well, I'll be damned.
From the waist down, she was bound in rocks. And this was on a windy shore. The wind blowing and her hair blowing. And all the gold, which is the sign of the vitality of life, was locked in the rocks. The next picture that he had her draw had followed something he had said to her. Suddenly, suddenly, a lightning flash hit the rocks, and the gold came pouring out. And then she found reflected on rocks round about the gold. There was no more gold in the rocks. It was all available on the top. And in the conferences that follow, those patches of gold were identified. They were her friends. She wasn't alone, but she had locked herself in her own little room and life. But she had friends. But she had friends. Do you see what I'm meaning? This is killing the dragon. This is killing the dragon. And in doing that, you save the world. Kill the dragon, 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 save the world. Save the world. Save the world. Kill the dragon, 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 save the world.
How do I slay that dragon in me? What's the journey I have to make? You have to make. Each of us has to make. You talk about something called the soul's high adventure.
My general formula for my students: follow your bliss. Study, find where it is, and don't be afraid to follow it. Follow your bliss. Study, find where it is, and don't be afraid. The work that you're doing is the work that you chose to do because you were enjoying it. That's it. But if you think, oh gee, I couldn't do that, that's your dragon blocking you in. Oh no, I couldn't be a writer. Oh no, I couldn't do what so-and-so is doing.
Unlike the classical heroes, we're not going on our journey to save the world, but to save ourselves.
And in doing that, you save the world. I mean, you do. The influence of a vital person vitalizes. There's no doubt about it. The world is a wasteland. People have the notion of saving the world by shifting it around, changing the rules and so forth. No, any world is a living world if it's alive. And the thing is to bring it to life. And the way to bring it to life is to find in your own case where your life is and be alive yourself, it seems to me. If you have someone who can help you, that's fine too. But ultimately, the last trick has to be done by you. This is killing the dragon. And in doing that, you save the world. Kill the dragon, 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 save the world. Save the world. Save the world. Kill the dragon, 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 save the world.
Bangers early right here. You do it.
You're listening to Akira The Don, artist, DJ, Wave Lord, and architect of the Meaningwave universe.
Stuntman and Akira. I've spoken to them a lot about responsibility.
People are starving for the antidote. The antidote is truth and responsibility. Truth and responsibility.
to the antidote. And the antidote is truth and responsibility. That's the secret to meaningful life. Without the meaningful life, all you have is suffering. What's so odd about this is that of all the things that I've spoken about, because I can see the audience and I can feel how the audience is reacting, because I'm always paying attention to all of you, I get some sense of how what I'm saying is landing. What happens is if I talk about responsibilities, everyone is silent. Silent and not moving. Focusing, attentive. Pick up your responsibility. Pick up the heaviest thing you can and carry it. And the room goes quiet and everybody's eyes open and I think, that always makes me break up. I was starving for the antidote. And the antidote is truth and responsibility. Truth and responsibility. Truth and responsibility. We're starving for the antidote. And the antidote is truth and responsibility. That's the secret to meaningful life. Without the meaningful life, all you have is suffering.
I want to tell you something else. And I want to make this clear. Don't just listen. Don't just listen. Just listen. I'm just talking. So you know, just talking. I'm doing. And I don't want you to just listen. Put this information to work. Make today, every day. Just listen. Just listen. Go forward. Get aggressive and attack. Whether it's on the battlefield or on the beat, or in the factory, or on the farm, or on the construction site, or on the website. Garage or in the firehouse, don't hesitate.
Boom! Dumb!
Just listen.
What? What?
Just listen.
No! Just listen. Do. Don't just listen. Going out to chat, come stop.
Just listen.
Before that, we had the Antidote with Jordan Peterson. Chosen by Free Consciousness. Don't just listen.
Just listen.
Chad's at level 1, let's go! Black and Blue Finn says this song has made my kid-friendly comics. How much Goggins is in that comic?
Step forward. Get after it.
Some of us become entitled. We think our pain entitles us to feel sorry for ourselves or that we're entitled to good fortune because we survived hell.
Andrew Pullman.
Feeling entitled doesn't make it so.
This goes out to you.
The clock is always ticking, and at some point your golden hour will expire unless you take action. always ticking. Take action. Take action. Take action. The clock is always ticking. Take action. People who get lost in their past. The ones who bore their friends and family with the same tragic story over and over, over and over and over, without showing a hint of progress. Remind me of a skydiver who becomes too fixated on their tangled parachute. They know they have a backup ready to go, but burn so much time trying to fix the primary chute that they forget to track their altimeter. And by the time they cut the first chute away and pull the second ripcord, it's too late. 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 Take action. Take action. The clock is ticking. Take action. Take action. Take action. The clock is always ticking. Take action. Part of the problem is that they have become terrified of pulling that second cord, because if it's also fucked up, then they truly will be helpless. That is a mental trap set by fear. We cannot afford to remain afraid of cutting away dead weight to save ourselves. I was that skydiver for far too long. My father was violent. My mom was broken. I was bullied, laughed at, and misunderstood. Check, check, and checkmate. And yet, I was breathing free, and I was not bleeding. Physically, I was alive and well, and perfectly capable of cutting all of that bullshit away. I'd wasted way too much of my life telling myself the same sad story. I needed to move forward. Perfect. It was time to write something new. Take action. Take action. The clock is always ticking. Take action. Take action. Take action. The clock is always ticking. Take action. If an act of God or nature tore your life apart, the good news is that you really have nobody to blame. Yet, the randomness of it all can feel so personal, as if you've been marked for doom by the fates. If you feel wronged by somebody else, you may be waiting on a confession or an apology in order to move forward. But I'm sorry to say the apology, that tearful confession you've been dreaming of, will never come. The good news is, you don't need anybody else to free you from your trauma. You can do it on your own. My father never apologized to me. Nobody ever said sorry for anything I went through. I had to come to the conclusion that while I didn't deserve any of it, I was my main problem and primary obstacle. I'd given my father all of my power. I had to take it back. I had to diffuse my demon. I had to shrink him down to the lowly, pathetic figure he was by, humanizing him, just as there was no other way to come out of the gauntlet. That was my childhood, except fucked up. I had to see that he was a mortally fucked up piece of shit because of what he went through. Once I understood that, it was up to me to either do the hard work to break that cycle or stay cursed. Like medics on the scene of a car accident, we all must act with a sense of urgency and tune into that ticking clock in the back of our minds. There is a drop-dead time on everything we do in life. All our dreams and visions come with expiration dates, etched in invisible ink. Windows of opportunity can and do close, so it is imperative that we do not waste time on bullshit. Take action. Take action. The clock is always ticking. Take action. Take action. Take action. The clock is always ticking. Take action. Take action. Take action. The clock is always ticking. Take action. Take action. Take action. The clock is always ticking. Take action.
Take action. Take action. Chosen by Andrew Pullman. What a banger of a song that is. What a beautiful song. That's part of. There's a section in the album of three songs. I mean, the way I sequence my records and make my records, they always flow and work together. That section is essentially a suite. Those are three pieces all linked together by the same. It's a part of the second Goggins book, which you should all get if you've not got it. DavidGoggins.com or wherever you get books from. I really like this beat. I mean, I like all the beats. They're all great. But anyway, that's a cool bit. And it has a nice section in the visual album as well. If you haven't checked out the visual album, that's on YouTube. And Ali Sick says Goggins 2 is like one of my favorite albums that Akira has ever done. The three songs in a row that have meant the most to me are Wake Up, Take Action, and Neither Can You. All three are perfect. Those are the ones I meant. I was talking about. That's that section I was referencing. Appreciate you. I've had a lot of messages of people saying they were surprised by the album. They thought it was going to be all kind of like hype banger type things, and it was a lot darker and more introspective than they were expecting. I was confused by that because I'm pretty sure the first album was a journey that went through bangers and darkness and introspection, and that's the whole Goggins thing, is it not? It's a combination of like that banger, stay hard attitude that comes from a place of having been through this darkness, the dungeon. Anyway, I'm glad everyone's enjoying the record. More amazing albums coming this year. The next one will be... What's the next one? Oh, you don't know what it is yet. The first single drops in 2 weeks. Free Consciousness says it is a hype banger though. Shouts out Amanda, who gave a membership to Insight of the Ages. This is a lovely thing to do. This is one of those, if you pay attention to my vertical place, Instagram, etc. There was one of the videos you saw me making this song, or a little bit of behind the scenes of when I was making this song. Shecky.
Akira.
One of the things I tend to do is to look at symbolic representations through the lens of evolutionary biology, rather than assuming that these representations are mere superstitions or play no functions. Like we have the idea that there's a deity that's fathered-like, so it's a disembodied spirit in some sense, that's eternal, that has eternal characteristics. Like, okay, well, strip it of its metaphysics, if you strip it of its metaphysics, and just look at it as a biological phenomena. It's like, well, what might the idea that there's an eternal spirit?
Spirit of the Father.
Spirit of the Father.
There's
an eternal spirit Spirit of the Father. Spirit of the Father.
That's it.
An eternal spirit. Spirit of the Father. Spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit. Spirit of the Father. Spirit of the Father.
We're going to do the international high five. Let me know for the international high five where you are and what's been your favorite Meaningwave thing of 2024 so far. We're now halfway through the year.
We imitated was the pattern of fathers across time. And you can think of the transcendent father as the pattern of fathers across time. When a child imitates his father in pretend play, when I'm pretending to be my father, I'm observing my father across multiple situations, and then I'm abstracting out the commonalities in behavior and attitude across those situations that make him father. And then I incorporate that and dramatize it in my pretend play. It's unbelievably sophisticated. And so it's what the child is doing in pretend play is coming to embody the disembodied spirit of the father. There's an eternal spirit. Spirit of the Father. Spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit. Spirit of the Father. Spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit. Spirit of the Father. Spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit. Spirit of the Father. Spirit of the Father.
Sagittarius doing laundry, El Nightingale. Amanda dances, so when I do meaning dances to JBP, almost always someone will comment on how unhinged Jordan Peterson sounds in my songs. But I just love his Canadian dialect and cadence. Goes well, IMO. I mean, he doesn't just sound unhinged in my songs. Too many choices, says Free Consciousness. Space Panda in NE Maryland. We become what we think about. Chad Comstock, Ottawa, Canada. We are what we think about. Full Killer Maryland and Twitch return to party and expand Meaningwave missionary operation. Laidlaw, Canada, Alan Watts all day. Pretty sure we've not released any Alan Watts this year. When I say pretty sure, I'm certain. And Ali Sick, my favorite Meaningwave release so far of 2024, has to be the release of the Joseph Campbell Mythos album. That album has been my anthem this entire year so far. How about that? Walking More Poet Vagina. I can't pick a favorite. I've been calling this Meaningwave Summer. You are right. Jackie says all bangers. All
perfect.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Why not? Why not? 3, 2, 1.
And your plan is fucked up. Everything falls apart in life.
What?
Your plan is fucked up.
What?
What the fuck are you gonna do? There's only one motherfucking option.
What's that?
Stay fucking hard. Stay fucking hard.
Yo. Shecky, All Bangers are perfect. Inside the Ages, Colorado Springs. I love that the catalog is growing and growing. It sure is. Free Consciousness says Body, Mind, Soul. That came out this year. Amanda Dances in Kansas said the New Life mixtape. Rare. Of course. This one's going out to Walking More Poet. Let's go.
Minding my fucking business. Trying to relax. The driver has his playlist on mute, so he can't hear any music. Me and my girl are here talking. She glances over at the fucking playlist. What popped up? Fucking going the distance. It brings me back. When I was 300 pounds, trying to lose fucking weight to get a Navy SEAL. I had a plan. My plan's go out there and run 4 fucking miles. But guess what? Everybody's got a fucking plan. So they had the fucking mouth. That's for Mike Tyson. So when your plan fails, when those bullshit
fucking audience. These people sign up fucking every year to go to convention, thinking they're gonna learn something fucking different. No, you're lazy. You know exactly what to do. Exactly what to do. There is no get out of jail free card. This is why I say stay hard. Because when you weren't given the gifts, the only thing you can do in life is stay hard. I know people cannot stand, they can't stand this part. There's no magic pill or a magic potion. This is all you can do. When everything falls apart in your life and your plan is fucked up, what the fuck are you gonna do? There's only one motherfucking option. What's that? Stay fucking hard. Stay fucking hard. Stay fucking hard. Stay fucking hard.
Broadcasting live from the peak of recorded human civilization. You're listening to Akira The Don.
Akira.
The Don. It's for the heroes.
You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that.
90% of it is just showing up. Get there and start working. Like, you're not gonna feel perfect every day. Gotta be those days you push through. This is what I want you to do. Write down what you would like to fix about your life. If you're 30 pounds overweight, you want to lose 30 pounds? Do it the right way. Write down what you eat. Exercise every day. Force yourself to do it. The brain is the general, the troops are the body, and you get up and you do it. And then you get to write it down.
You know, you're doing what you got to do to get by, but ultimately you're not respecting yourself. I think we all have a certain amount of appreciation and respect for hero figures. We all look at the guy who never lies, always does the right thing, and fucking helps everybody out, and that's the John Wayne character, you know, that's the ultimate hero. The ultimate hero. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. And when you look at your own life and you don't stack up, you're a thief, you stole money from your wife's purse, and you don't want to smoke cigarettes, but you fucking have to, you can't deal with the stress and smoke. You devalue yourself. You slowly start devaluing yourself. You look at yourself, you realize that if you were judging yourself, you would judge yourself on faith. You can't pretend you're the hero of your story. Hero of your story. Most people get stuck in these patterns, find themselves in the person who doesn't follow through on their ideas. When I start things and I quit. No, you don't. No, you have started things and you quit. And it gives you a horrible sense of regret that's made you define yourself by that. You're not who you were a year ago. You're not who you were 5 years ago. You're not who you were last week. So you gotta regulate how much you dwell on regrets of the past. You really gotta be careful. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. You can be the hero.
This one's going out to... Who's this going out to? Oh, it's for Insight from Andrew Pullman. It's a gift one. That's nice, isn't it?
Doing this anymore.
I I'm not doing this anymore.
Myself in shape, and I'm gonna eat healthy. And I'm gonna do this. Because this is me now. This is me now.
Yeah.
I decided this is me. And people have to realize that you are not your past. You are not all the times you fucked up. You're not all the times you were drunk. That's not you. That's not you. You are the person who's learned from a great deal of experience. This is a battle that you will fight for the rest of your life. But the key is to fight it, not to give in. Don't give in to that resistance. Fight that resistance. And in doing so, every day you do so, you have won the battle for that day. And you will continue to fight that battle. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that.
Yeah! Meaningwave classic right there, Be the Hero. From the Joe Rogan LP Experience. Joe has a new comedy special out. I saw a bit of it earlier, talking about that White House, that guy who burst into the White House.
Will set out honeypots for people to get trapped in. The ideas of retirement, the ideas of the golden years, providing you benefits, providing you a healthy work environment. Why? Well, because they want people to work for them. They don't want people to realize their own dreams and escape. They want to set it up so that you stick around. Stick around in some sort of an unsatisfying world. It's up to you to see that video game problem, to see that issue as it comes up on the map, and calculate your future.
Be the Hero there. My wife was telling me the other day that remains one of her go-to Meaningwave joints. She's a big Meaningwave fan, my wife. Obviously, she has great taste. I would have married someone with terrible taste. Anyway, when she needs a certain something, she puts this record on. To this day, like it's a drug. She just popped this record and locks in. And Ali 6 says this is one of the first songs that drew me in. I love this song so much, and I embody it as often as I can. I am recognizing and cleansing all of the places where I've told myself a limiting story of myself. That's one of them lifelong tasks right there. I'm right there with you. Free consciousness, I did 75 hard and failed. But every day my best, he would ask me, are you hard? When I say man, I mean the collective human, I'm a girl. Stay hard. Stay hard. It's so crazy to listen to now because I'm like, how did I write that? It's very grand. It's always that way in retrospect. I know what I'm doing at the time in my dream. I'm in a dream, acting as if in a dream. And then a little while later, like, how did that happen? Free consciousness, this is for you. To the purpose, glory. Gather and save your time.
Which till lately has been forced from you, or filched away, or merely slipped from your hands. Make yourself believe the truth of my words. There's certain moments are torn from us, some are gently removed, and others glide
beyond our reach.
and the others
glide beyond our reach.
The most disgraceful kind of lust is due to carelessness. Furthermore, if you will pay close heed to the problem,
you will find the largest portion of our life passes while we are doing ill. A goodly share while we are doing nothing.
And the whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose.
The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose.
What man can you show me who places any value on his time?
Who reckons the worth of each day?
Who understands that he is
dying daily?
For we're mistaken
when we
look forward to death.
The major portion passed already.
The years behind us are in death's hands. Therefore,
do as you write me that you're doing. Hold every hour in your grasp. Lay hold of today's task, and you will not need to depend so much upon tomorrow's. While we are postponing, life speeds by. Nothing, Aurelius, is ours except time.
We were entrusted by nature with the ownership of a single thing, so fleeting and slippery. Anyone who will can oust us
from possession.
And the whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. What fools these mortals be?
They allow the cheapest and most useless things, which can easily be replaced, be charged in the reckoning, and after they've acquired them, never regard themselves as in debt when they have received some of that precious commodity, time. And yet time is the one loan which even a grateful recipient cannot repay. You may desire to know how I who preach to you so freely and practice it.
I confess frankly my expense account balances as you would expect from one who is free-handed, but careful, I cannot boast that I waste nothing, but I
can at least tell you what I am wasting and the cause and manner of the loss. I can give you the reasons why I'm a poor man.
And the whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose.
My situation, however, is the same as that of many who are reduced to slender means through no fault of their own. Everyone forgives them, but no one comes to their rescue. What is the state of things then? It's this.
I do not regard a man as poor if
the little that remains is enough for him. I advise you, however, to keep what's really yours,
and you cannot begin too early, for as our ancestors believed, it's too late to spare when you reach the dregs of the cask of that which
remains at the bottom. The amount is slight and the quality is vile. Farewell.
And the whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that
which is not to the purpose.
The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose.
The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose.
The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose.
The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose.
The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose.
The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. That which is not to the purpose. Akira The Don, Seneca Akira The Don, Seneca the Younger. Going out to Free Consciousness. Nice choice. Ain't nobody got time to do that which is not to the purpose. That's right. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time for that. Black and Blue Fin says this is also in the kids mix. I mean, Seneca the Younger did not do a lot of cursing, that's true. Shouts to him. And Ali Sick, have a great filming thing. Good to see you. Pre-consciousness says I got the Seneca t-shirt and tie-dyed it. It's beautiful. Oh, send us a picture of that. I want to see that. That sounds dope. Why have I never tie-dyed one of my shirts? I should be tie-dyeing them all. It's that season. It's the new psychedelic era. It's sci-fi season. Tie-dye t-shirts is the vibe. Here I am dressed all in black. Do you know why? Do you know I'm dressed all in black? I'm dressed all in black because like most of my clothes don't fit me anymore because I got swole. So I gotta get new clothes. And because I'm streaming, I didn't want to be seen to be like wearing the same shit all the time. So I was like, I know what I'll do. I'll just wear a black t-shirt. Boom. Like, now I got a uniform like them Silicon Valley guys. Literally, like, I had to throw away, I think, 80-90% of my wardrobe. I didn't throw it away. Hercules just took it. Hercules now wears all my clothes. He's 11. He's wearing all my trousers. He's wearing all my t-shirts. He's just walking around looking swag. Swagged the fuck out all the time. Just dripping like the grass on a summer's morn, you know. Next one going out to Michael Stewart.
I didn't know for sure if I'd ever find my way out of the darkness. I just knew that I could not throw in the towel. And
neither can you.
And neither can you.
Neither can you.
And neither can you.
Go.
I didn't know for sure if I'd ever find my way out of the darkness. I just knew that I could not throw in the towel. And neither can you. And neither can you. And neither can you.
Neither can you.
None of us have any clue what's coming for us or when our time might run out. Which is why I do my best to ignore anything that is counterproductive. I'm not suggesting we act like robots, but we need to understand that forward motion gives our lives momentum. We need to remember that sometimes chaos will descend and a clear highway can be wiped out by a flash flood in the blink of an eye. When that happens, a lot of motherfuckers look for a cozy place to hunker down and hide out until the storm passes. I'm only human, they say. When holy hell rains down upon and they feel drained and powerless, they cannot conceive of a way to keep going. I understand that impulse, but if I had succumbed to the I'm only human mentality, I never would have dug myself out of the deep hole I was in at 24 years old. Because the second you utter those words, the white towel is fluttering in the air, and your mind stops looking for more fuel and more fuel. I didn't know for sure if I'd ever find my way out of the darkness. I just knew that I could not throw in the towel. And neither can you. And neither can you. And neither can you. And neither can you. I didn't know for sure if I'd ever find my way out of the darkness. I just knew that I could not throw in the towel. And neither can you. And neither can you. And neither can you.
Neither can you.
Now in our court there is only water and a cut man. And if those are your only options, you have no choice but to keep fighting until you overcome every last thing that once held you the fuck back. You have been preoccupied by bullshit for way too long. It's time to switch your focus to the things that will slingshot you forward. I didn't know for sure if I'd ever find my way out of the darkness. I just knew that I could not throw in the towel. And neither can you. And neither can you. And neither can you. And neither can you. I didn't know for sure if I'd ever find my way out of the darkness. I just knew that I could not throw in the towel. And neither can you. And neither can you. And neither can you. And neither can you.
Going out to Michael Stewart, neither can you from Goggins 2. And from 2024's Meditations Volume 2. Going out to Mike Can.
Don't waste the rest of your time worrying about other people, unless it affects the common good. It'll keep you from doing anything useful. Rub you down, you'll be too preoccupied with what so-and-so's doing and why, what they're saying, what they're thinking, what they're up to and why. And every thought of the kind that keeps you from focusing on your own mind, on your own mind. You must avoid certain things in your train of thought. Everything random, everything irrelevant, over-curious or malicious. You must habituate yourself, so if anybody says, hey, what you thinking about, you can answer right at once with the truth, this or that. And it's obvious to know your thoughts are kind and considerate, straightforward and benevolent. The thoughts of a social being, unconcerned with anything like pleasure or indulgence of any kind of groveling with slander and envy, and nothing more you'd be ashamed to say out loud. Nothing you're ashamed to say out loud. Someone like that who refuses to put off joining the elect, deciding like a priest, a servant of the gods, in touch with what's within and with what keeps a person happy for their pleasures. Someone like that, unscathed by any pain, untouched by any wrong, unconscious of no wickedness or rise at any greatest contest of all. The struggle wants to be overwhelmed by anything love is a whole. Die deep with justice, accepts with all of the soul everything which happens and whatever he's assigned. Not paying any mind, and that's undeniably necessary at the time. To what another says, does or thinks, but he only has his own work to realize and keeps continually in mind what's assigned to him from the whole. Does his best, trusting that all is for the best. For we carry our fate with us and it carries us along with it. He keeps in mind that all rational beings are related, and that to care for all human beings is part of being human, which doesn't mean we have to share any of their opinions. We should listen only to those whose lives conform to nature. As for the others, he keeps in mind what sort of people they are at home and abroad, by night as well as day, who they choose to
Defile themselves with.
There's nothing for their praise, and they're not even acceptable
To their own souls. He cares nothing for their praise. They're not even acceptable to their own selves. Aye, someone like that.
refuses to put off joining the elect, deciding like a priest, a servant of the gods, in touch with what's within and with what keeps a person happy for their pleasures. Someone like that, unscathed by any pain, untouched by any wrong, unconscious of no wickedness or else at any greatest contest of all. The struggle not to be overwhelmed by anything that happens at all.
Unconscious of no wickedness.
greatest contest involved. The struggle not to be overwhelmed by anything that happens at home.
The coast with me.
Broadcasting live from the peak of recorded human civilization. You're listening to Akira The Don.
Akira. It's for the heroes.
Because, I'm talking with the person who gave us the AMA, gave me Blue Church, Jordan Hall. And part of that is this idea, which is the religion that's not a religion, and trying to come up with a post-religious faith. Because here's the idea. This is probably, in some ways, my most radical idea. I want to do what like Augustine did as the Roman Empire was falling. He laid the foundation. He laid the cultural cognitive grammar for an entirely different culture, and then he stole the culture bottom up. He laid the cultural cognitive grammar for an entirely different culture, and then he stole the culture bottom up. I want to help steal the culture away, steal it away, steal it away. I want to help steal the culture away, steal it away, steal it away. And do everything I can. System at some point clamped down again, but nevertheless we shifted out of antiquity. We shifted to a different world. So I want to try and do that. I want to try and create the systems of meaning, the religion that's not a religion, the ecologies of practices, the communities, the networks of communities. All of this is already happening. We really empower it, both in terms of its grammar, give it the best scientific tools for engineering the practices and the ecology of practices. I basically want to steal the culture. I want to help steal the culture. Right. Steal it away. Steal it away. I want to help steal the culture. Right. Steal it away. The people who have been abusing us for such a very long time. And I usually don't speak politically because I think the political framing is often a deep misrepresentation of the issue, at least the way in which political discourse has been sort of been ossified. It's been ossified in ways that make choice no longer really relevant. And, Christianity stole the culture away from the elites of its time. Now, new elites form. They always will. But the culture changed, and it changed in an important way. That's what I'm trying to do right now. That's what I see myself doing with a lot of these other people. That's what I'm trying to do right now. That's what I see myself doing with a lot of these other people. I want to help steal the culture. Right. Steal it away. Steal it away. I want to help steal the culture. Away. Steal it away. Steal it away. Do everything I can. Do everything I can. I want to help steal the culture. Away. Steal it away. Steal it away. Use this gospel for protection. It's a hard road to heaven. We call your blessings, Father, but all they kingdom, our demons are trembling. Oh, the angels defending, Father, this gospel protection. It's a hard We can't win by playing the game. That's right. My way of trying to understand what it is to not play their game and to shift over to a totally different game, to shift the culture, is to steal the culture. The only thing I can get from history that's been able to do that are religions. But for reasons that I've articulated, I don't want, not personally, I mean in terms of the functionality, I don't think the standard model, the axial age model of religion is going to do what we need in order to steal the culture as deeply as we need to steal it.
Steal that motherfucking culture. Jay-Z Lionheart chose that one. That's one of those songs that gets requested a lot and is relatively low in the overall streaming charts, figures, all that sort of thing. It's interesting how that occurs. There's certain songs which are very popular on these streams and less so in other mediums. It's very interessante. John Viveki right there. Shouts out to John Viveki. I do adore that fellow. He's a great fellow. Great man doing great work. Shouts out to Kanye. The Lord knows what's happening with that man. We pray for him too. Jay-Z Lionheart just gave a sub to someone. That was very nice of them. Well, it was very nice of Jay-Z Lionheart. You're listening to the Meaningstream Super Request Show, where you can get your favorite Meaningwave song played by Akira The Don himself. That's me. Hi, it is I. Incidentally, since we're streaming, last week we announced a new streaming schedule, which was enacted last week. That involved playing here this time, then Twitch on Wednesday afternoon, and then here on Friday, and then Twitch till midnight. And what I discovered in doing that was that it really does not leave enough time for making music, which is the most important thing and the non-negotiable thing. See, streaming takes a lot of time and a lot of energy, and there's also a lot of preparation that goes into it. And I only have as many hours as you, and I need to be spending as many of those hours as possible making the music that you receive every Friday. So I'm not going to be able to do that streaming schedule. That streaming schedule is not going to work. If I do that streaming schedule, you'll have less music. And if I were to ask the Meaningwave audience, would they rather have more streams or more music? I know what the answer would be. Most of them have no idea that streams occur, and I have no way of reaching them. So music it is. That doesn't mean we're not going to stream at all. It just means I'm not going to be doing that schedule. So I think we're going to do more like event type streams. So it'll be keep eye on your notifications, etc. For special event streams. The streaming schedule that I announced and executed last week does not leave the room required for music making, and that's the most important thing at this juncture. But like I said, we will still stream, but just not that schedule. So there. Dewey Evans wanted to hear this song. So Dewey Evans shall.
Now you might say, why don't people use their minds more? Well, think they've figured out an answer to that too. Our mind comes as standard equipment at birth. It's free. And things that are given to us for nothing, we place little value on. Things that we pay money for, we value. The paradox is that exactly the reverse is true. Everything that's really worthwhile in life came to us free. Our mind, our soul, our body, our hopes, our dreams, our ambitions, our intelligence, our love of family and children and friends.
All these priceless possessions are free. All these priceless possessions are free. All these priceless possessions are free.
But the things that cost us money are actually cheap and can be replaced
at any time.
A good man can be completely wiped out and make another fortune. He can do that several times. Even if our home burns down, we can rebuild it. But the things we got for nothing, we can never replace. The human mind isn't used merely because we take it for granted. Familiarity breeds contempt.
Boss!
We can do any kind of job we assign to it, but generally speaking, we use it for little jobs instead of big important ones. Universities have proved that most of us are operating on about 10% of our abilities. Decide now, what is it you want? Plant your goal in your mind. It's the most important decision you ever make in your entire life. All these priceless possessions are free.
All these priceless possessions are free. All of these priceless possessions are free.
But the things that cost us money are actually cheap and can be replaced at any time.
Merry Christmas.
Do you want to be an outstanding salesman, a better worker at your particular job? Do you want to go places in your company, in your community? All you've got to do is plant that seed in your mind. Care for it. Work steadily toward your goal, and it will become a reality. It not only will, there's no way
that it cannot.
You see, that is a law, like the laws of Sir Isaac Newton, the laws of gravity. If you get out of a building and jump off, you'll always go down. You'll never go up. And it's the same with all the other laws of nature. They always work. They're inflexible. They're inflexible. They're inflexible.
All these priceless possessions are free. All of these priceless possessions are free. All of these priceless possessions are free.
But the
Things that cost us money are actually can be replaced at any time.
Think about your goal in a relaxed, positive way. Picture yourself in your mind's eye as having already achieved this goal. See yourself doing the things you will be doing when you've reached your goal. Ours has been called the phenobarbital age, the age of ulcers and nervous breakdown. At a time when medical research has raised us to a new plateau of good health and longevity, far too many of us worry ourselves into an early grave trying to cope with things in our own little personal ways, without learning a few great laws that will take care of everything for us. These things we bring on ourselves through our habitual way of thinking. Every one of us is the sum total of his own thoughts. He is where he is because that is exactly where he really wants to be, whether he'll admit that or not. Each of us must live off the fruit of his thoughts in the future, because what you think today and tomorrow, next month and next year, will mold your life and determine your future. You're guided
by your mind.
You're guided
by your mind.
You're guided by your mind.
You're guided
by your mind. You're guided by your mind. You're guided by your mind. You're guided
by your mind.
You're guided by your mind.
Yeah. All these priceless possessions. Akira The Don, Oh Nightingale. From the album The Strangest Secret in the World. Got a music video for that one ready to go. Might drop that next week. Shouts out Dewey Evans for choosing that one. Time for one last track. Thank you all for being here. Remember, we've got the Goggins instrumentals dropping this week. Then we got a new single next week. And then the week after that, we got the first single from the next album.
It's a beautiful day to be alive here at the peak of recorded human civilization.
Yeah, it is. Thank you to everyone who supports Meaningwave, everyone who supported tonight, and everyone who supported on other nights and other times. If you want to support Meaningwave right now, you can go to meaningwave.com, where you can find yourself something nice to wear, download music, and there's a donations tab. You can make a donation if you wish. We accept cash, Bitcoin, cash, and other coins. To those that support Meaningwave, we salute you. We could not do this without you. It costs. Someone was asking me about this earlier. So, like, to make an album, the cost of making an album, I do almost everything, but I still pay for the final master and mix sheen. And then some other aspects. And Spotify pays 0.4 cents a stream or something like that. What was it? Anyway, for an individual album to become profitable, it needs to be streamed after all of the costs of everything that goes into making an album. Different for different albums. Some albums have session musicians, some do not. Some albums I employ guitarists, some I do the guitars myself. The past two I've done it myself. Some I'll have a whole string arrangement. Anyway, if one averages it out, for an album to become profitable, it needs to be streamed over, I think it's over 1 million times. So therefore, that's TLDR. Those of you that do support via the shop, via donations, etc., are very, very helpful. Because the actual, what's generated from streaming royalties is not a huge amount. And I do understand why so many people complain about it. I do not spend a huge amount of time complaining about it because, frankly, I'm grateful to be able to do this as a job. And while one must work very, very hard, one must work very, very hard. But either way, we are very grateful to those of you that do support. And would not be able to do it at this level without you. That is very, very true. So, to those that support Meaningwave, we salute you. And to those that spread the good word of Meaningwave, we salute you. And we shall continue to endeavor, to aim, to bring you the greatest psychotechnological musical miracles mankind can produce every week. Inside the Ages says you are the hero in your story, and we see it well quite. so are we all. JC Lionheart says, Wave Riders. Exactly. Wave Riders. Inside the Ages says, your example of consistency is an inspiration to me, bro. Consistency equals momentum. And momentum is a powerful force and can overcome all manner of obstacles. All manner of shadow bands and blocks and creepy devilish activities can be overcome by the power of momentum. You come and suck the tsunami, baby.
Life is as kind as you let it be.
See you later, you bad, motherfucker.